Buddy at? How's she going, buddy? Oh my god, just finished watching the news about the Canadian elections. So, just in case you're not watching or following the Canadian politics, let me just tell you how crazy, what wild and crazy people we are. Yesterday, we had our Prime Minister as Justin Trudeau with a minority government. And guess what? We have Prime Minister Justin Trudeau with a minority government. Now, poor Justin, I'm sure he's kind of, kicking himself thinking, why did I go and do this during the time of COVID? Why did I get egg on my face? Why did I waste all the taxpayers' money? And so on and so forth. And now I'm sure Tool is trying to figure out, am I staying? Am I going? Should I stay or should I go? So I thought we knew this was going to happen. We said on multiple occasions that this is going to be the result, and here it is, the result. So let's have a quick look into Justin and into O'Toole and see how they feel now that the election has come and passed. So Justin, well, of course, he's the cat who got the canary or whatever it is, the cat that got the cat's meow or whatever. He caught his mouse. He did what he wanted to do. Now, did he do it as successfully as he wished to? No. He thought, oh, here's the hermit. He feels he's not going to let us know because the theatrical side of him will be out saying, the Canadian people spoke and we're going to work together, and that's just who Justin Trudeau is. He's very politically correct. But I can guarantee you he feels the sting and feels like, yeah, I should have just sat back and not did this, but now what can you do? There's nothing more to do. The Wheel of Fortune. So, Justin, you're at a time of figuring out now what's going to happen next. Where's the wheel turning? How's it going to go? How's it going to look like for you? So let's have a look at O'Toole and see, now that he has not won the election, and there was like a couple of seats that went to the PC and a couple of seats that went to the Liberals and kind of switched around, but basically everybody stayed the same. Alberta was completely conservative, but that was completely what we expected to happen. So let's look and see, how does O'Toole feel now that everything has come to pass? So he got the Two of Wands. So he's trying to figure out, now what? I think because there's so much light in this card and he's kind of looking out the window saying, okay, I'm not finished yet. I think he's going to battle it out. I think he's sort of at a crossroads right now as to which direction to go. But I do think that the support will be behind him, or certainly he's going to be asking for it. He's not ready to give up or let go. You're kidding me. He got the Wheel of Fortune. Yikes. This is going to be an interesting time to see what's going to come after this, because the Wheel of Fortune is hitting both political parties. Ooh. Six of Swords. So, I got a feeling that right now the energies are saying, hey, we're going to be going through some changes here now. There's going to be, because both parties are kind of going, hold on now, what do we need to do different, or what do we need to gain more people, or what have you. But I think O'Toole is going to fight for his position, but something's going to come out. Because the completion, there's something about the wheel turning, and there's going to be a completion of something, because with the Six of Swords, as though he's going to start off into a new venture at some point. So he might not have it as easy as what he's thinking. This might be an uphill battle for him. Very interesting. So, I thought I'll do a quick look into the Trump family, seeing that all the indictments are coming out. And I just want to see, how's everybody feeling? Like, just pull one card, do kind of like a little blitz, and see how the family's coping with all these subpoenas coming out and people just looking at their money and looking at their business and looking at everything. And I just want to see how they're doing. And in an upcoming video, I wanted to do like a deep dive into Merrick Garland. So that was the suggestion. So I thought, yeah, Stallings, let's go for it. So put some questions about him below. I want to look at like the Nasser situation and just the whole, kit and caboodle. So let's have a look and see. Let's pull a couple of cards, and we'll pull one card per person. But let's see, how's everybody feeling now with all these subpoenas happening? Trump. Aw, poor Trump. He's the hermit. He's feeling like he's losing support. He feels like he's losing his power. And the hermit is all about himself. So don't be shocked if he's sort of, trying to figure out which one am I going to give in to and which one am I going to give up, because self-preservation here is his strongest deal that he's got going. When it comes to Ivanka, Three of Pentacles, Ivanka got a plan. I'm telling you, we've been saying this for how many years now? Her and Jared, they've got the plan, then they got the second plan, then they got plan 3, because they're involved up to their... For Jared, Page of Cups. He's going to be getting information, but he's going to be finding out about his family, his involvement. His involvement is going to go further than just the Trump dynasty, Ivanka. His has to do with his family. He's going to be coming out, and there's going to be information, something political, not political, something to deal with legal issues are going to be coming out about Jarrett in the near future. Okay, so we looked at Ivanka, Jarrett. Let's look at Don Jr. Ooh, Don Jr. Well, you're wondering who's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Don Jr. is going to be going through a transformation. Ooh, Don, you might be the first one going down. Ooh. And Eric, 7 of Wands. So, Eric might be like, they're kind of like the Beavis and Butthead of the family, but I just got a feeling that he's going to have to be defending himself. But the first person going down, I think Donald Jr. Interesting. And looking at the card for Trump, we've got the Hermit. Don't be surprised if he's having a little extracurricular activities happening. Do you know what I'm saying? Little extra drug use being there, kind of trying to calm his nerves down, because he's much more frightened than what we think. Ooh, I gotta look at Melania. How's Melania gonna fare out of this? Melania. Darlings, Melania has the 9 of Pentacles. She's already got her life planned out. She's already got plan A, and this is what I'm going to do. And plan B, once this happens, I'm going to go off and do this. This lets me know that she's already got a man in her life. She's already finding comfort elsewhere. She's got a plan, and it doesn't matter. She can leave the United States. This is a woman who's looking at her future going, yes, I'm going to get everything I want, and I had to pay dearly for it. But she will have... It's like, the Reba song, Fancy, Fancy, Don't Let Me Down. And she says, for near 15 years, I haven't had to worry about anything. That's where Melania is going. She's the fancy, and she's finally getting her comeuppance because she's already got a man in her life. Isn't that interesting? So, what advice do we have for us? Because I'll share something with you really quickly. One of the things that I do, and I really believe in it, because I do believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in, talking and believing in something greater than yourself, and the idea of friendship and community and all that kind of stuff. But when I was working at the airport, there was this one guy that was giving me a lot of difficulty, and I had to work with him, but he was just being a jerk. And I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do? And me being me and, doing all my research and all that, I had come to the conclusion that I was going to surround myself with light. So literally when I would get in the car going to work, I would be like, God, surround me in light. that I'll only have to deal with work-related things to him. Anything else, he'll just feel like something will happen. Some reason he'll just get away from me. And I swear to God to you, it worked. Like if it was something work related, he'd speak to me. But like if I saw that I had a few extra minutes and I could see him beelining for me, something would happen. Somebody would come into his way and stop him from coming in my direction, or, that kind of a thing. But then at the same time, I had this really good friend that I thought she was a sweetheart. And I noticed that during this time that I was asking for this extra protection, that this guy was at bay, but all of a sudden my friend didn't seem like, it just seemed like things were off with us. Now, I won't get into the story because the people are real. But she ended up being not such a good character. And I just remember thinking, wow, when they say be careful what you ask for, because if you ask for protection, then you might be left out of some circles. And God knows better than I, so it was definitely done for my for my betterment. But it was sad because I lost a friend that I really liked, but then I realized that no, they don't share my sensibility, and that's okay for them to go on. That it's okay to have that in your life. So for me, especially with all the craziness that's going on in the world, God bless Texas, and we're going to touch on that in one of our coming up readings. The fact is that, I just lost my train of thought because I thought about Texas and that just went right off. But no matter what your situation is, whatever your circumstances are outside, and you can't control them, you can control how you feel. And if you're feeling threatened in whatever aspect of life that you're just being nervous about, then ask God for protection. If it's money related, then ask God for protection. Thank Him and be in gratitude for already having it. There's a way to get what you want and to feel good about it and to put that good vibration out. And sometimes we got to be reminded of these things, and it was one of those things that I remembered, like, oh yeah, that really worked for me. So I thought, I'm going to do that. But then at the same time, you lose a lot. You lose other things because not everything is for your good. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson. So what advice can we take with all the political crazy and all just everything just seems like is against women and children? What advice? Aww. Ten of Swords. We always say that we're going into this new time. And the Ten of Swords is saying, look, the worst of the worst has happened. It's all out there. Now it's going to be that time of clarifying the truth and moving on from it. There's going to be a lot of need for compassion and forgiveness. And we're going to have to learn how to talk with one another again, because this is a lack of communication. This is people that are just not on the same wavelength. But this time is coming to an end. We're coming into a better time of understanding, a better time of compassion. Are you ready for it? Do you know what that means for you and for your life? Does that mean you've got to make a major change and just cut everything out of your life? Or does that mean you've got to find gratitude for where you are and to find the good in it? Or is it a mixed bag? Because really, isn't that just what we're all about? Just a little bit of everything? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick little reading. And as always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. I thank you for your time. I thank you if you please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification button. Just be here with me. All right. Till the next time, cheerio. Take care.